Hello again. Here we are on our part two or world tour. And we are headed to the big, huge, beautiful continent of Asia now. Now, there's tons of countries in Asia as well. Let me see. Here we go. We have 48 countries in Asia. So this rivals Africa for number of countries. I think we had 54 countries in Africa, in the continent of Africa. And here in Asia, we have 48 countries. So as we're going through this beautiful continent, let's remember that there's a lots of variety on this continent, and these meals here are just little samples, just to kind of give you kids an idea of the kinds of foods that you might encounter in the continent of Asia. All different countries. So let's remember where we are. We're in Pillar One of Sizzle Kids, which is all about food and what food is, what it isn't, where it comes from plants and animals, why weather is important and geography is important, and what plant staples are and what protein staples are and what dairy staples are, where you get your food from growing your own all the way through the process to large supermarkets, all kinds of things to know about your food, the food of the world, how to use it to be healthy, how to have fun with it, how to learn about other cultures and really connect with other people over food and learn about your world in general. So here we are in Asia, and we're going to start with breakfast. A typical day in a lot of different countries in Asia might just be a simple breakfast of your sticky rice, your traditional sticky rice, an egg, and maybe some vegetables, maybe a little piece of meat. In Asia, a lot of times meat is a flavoring more than a main dish, like it is in the United States. So you might have a few little pieces of meat or fish in your bowl of rice with an egg, and that might be your breakfast in many Asian countries, including China, Thailand, all different kind of countries in the on the Asian continent. For lunch, I wanted to show you again the Japanese bento box just because it's so cool and it's such a fun thing. And I think kids really like bento box type of meals. I know that for my three kids, I've served them lots of meals on little trays that look like bento boxes. I've bought them bento box lunch boxes, several different kinds, and it's super fun. And I like to eat out of bento box type of arrangements. So I wanted to show you that again. A typical lunch might be a little bit of fish or meat. Obviously, you're going to have your rice from Asia. Here you can see some tempura or some fried vegetables. You might have a little bit of salad there. You might have some pickled vegetables. And all of these things are neatly arranged in little boxes with their own compartments. And it's a super fun way to eat. In the Japanese culture, visual presentation is very important in cuisine and in their culture in general. And so that's why, if you're familiar with sushi at all, sushi is presented in a very beautiful way at most sushi restaurants. The bento boxes you see here and that you might see in regular society in Japan, also very beautiful, very lovely, and just a really cool, interesting part of Japanese culture. So I want to show you that again. Uh, for dinner, I'm showing you here a stir fry, very popular in China mostly, but all over Asia. And what this is it's a stir fry is a method of cooking. It's you cook on very high heat in a large deep bowl, usually with some soy sauce or oyster sauce. You throw your vegetables in, cook them up real fast. You throw maybe an egg in and some meat, some protein, cook it up. Throw your noodles in, cook it up, and you'll have a stir fry. Sometimes you'll just do the meat and the vegetables and you'll put it over noodles or rice. But it's a very kind of flash hot, sizzling way to cook vegetables and meat where you sear in the flavor, and a really healthy meal, and a really fast and easy and fun and very traditional way to cook a whole meal in places like China and other countries in Asia. For a snack, you might find something like an egg roll, right? Some of you might be familiar with egg rolls if you've ordered Chinese takeout. Here, egg rolls are deep fried rolls. They're filled with vegetables, sometimes meat, but mostly vegetables. They're a popular snack in many Asian countries. They look a little bit different, say China, they'll look a little bit like you see here, a little bit bigger, fried. In Vietnam, they might be a little bit smaller and have a little bit different flavors, but egg rolls are a very traditional snack all over Asia. And for dessert, I love this picture. This is a beautiful picture of mochi. Mochi is interesting. It's super interesting because it's a sweet treat that's very popular in Japan. Mostly it comes from Japan, and it's made from sticky rice, the same kind that you would see at lunch or dinner or at breakfast. But the rice is pounded down until it creates kind of a very sticky kind of gel type of mixture, and then it's stuffed with sometimes red bean paste or ice cream or other things that are sweetened, and it's kind of chewy on the outside, it's sweet on the inside. um, you might be familiar with mochi balls at some of the frozen yogurt places that you can frequent here in the United States, but mochi will be served at most Japanese restaurants in a variety of different ways. But it's just a testament to kind of how much Asian culture uses rice in all of their cooking. So you'll encounter rice in all kinds of different products in Asia, not just the white sticky rice that you see in lunch and breakfast on this slide, but also in dishes like mochi and other things. They even make paper out of rice in Asia, and you'll have this beautiful rice paper. So you don't need that. Anyways, that is what a day might look like in the beautiful and exotic country of Asia. And I am going to send you over next down south of Asia. Let's look at our map and see where we are. Let's point out North America first, then South America, across where it says food brings people together. That's the Atlantic Ocean. We're going across to the orange and yellow, which is Europe. We're going to go down through the tan Mediterranean Sea to Africa, which starts out as green in the north to purple, and then there's some yellow there at the bottom. That's your continent of Africa. Then you're going to go over to your right, and it's the multicolored, huge landmass of Asia, and that's where we are now. That includes all the little islands down in the bottom part of that country or that continent, and it's a really, really great place to encounter lots of different flavors, lots of different foods. Eating is very culturally rich and ritualistic in a lot of places in Asia, and it's a really fun place to explore and learn about the culture through their food. So that's Asia. Next, we're going to go over to Australia, which is directly south of Asia, there in the green and yellow, with a green and yellow island continent out there. So I will see you over there.